Joshy got the juice. Joshy got the juice. Joshy got the juice.
Hello, everybody. This is Faith Williams and my new channel, Something About Faith. And I've never been one to drag out what I'm here for. So I'm just going to get into it. So today's video, or tonight's video rather, is just something that's been on my mind, that I want to transform for a lot of people who are, going through this. It seems like society at large has been hit with a huge narcissistic epidemic because society has created the environment to breed and feed that particular energy. And a lot of people are adapting to it, for whatever reasons. But one of the things that I did want to discuss is, again, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube in regards to narcissism, because a lot of transformational work that I do comes from a lot of individuals who are suffering from those particular kind of relationships and have been, deflated due to what has happened to them. And so one of the things that did strike me is that a lot of people believe that the narcissist does not receive what is due to them. And to be very honest with you, a lot of narcissist individuals do not love anybody. They don't love themselves. And a lot of that has to do with their fear of karma. And what I mean by that is that a majority of those individuals refuse to love because they know that the minute that they do, their heart is going to be broken. And so what they do is jump from relationship to relationship, and they tell themselves immediately when they enter into these relationships that they're not going to love this person, that they're only there to get what they're going to get, and they're going to go on to the next best thing that they can use, or the next person that they can use and take from. So to be honest, their karma is that even if they wanted to love a person, they are so deathly afraid of that because of the karma that is going to come to them that they cannot. So in essence, their karma is that they really truly cannot love because of their fear of receiving the energy that they've put back onto them, the energy that they put onto other people, going back to them in a negative sense. And because they are aware of the pain and suffering that they have caused others and the things that they have done, it makes them just afraid of that. And they're very sensitive to that. They can dish it out, but they cannot take it. So they really believe that to have their heart broken the way that they broke yours, to have their faith and their confidence challenged the way they challenged yours, will destroy them completely. And they seriously really will become, if they ever happen to get into a situation where they fall in love inadvertently, once they're discarded, because they really don't change their stripes. The zebra doesn't change their stripes, but once they inadvertently fall in love in a relationship that they come in contact in, and it does go awry, and the person does not want them and rejects them and, discards them, or it ends badly, period, which they have a long history of failed relationships, because of their refusal to love and have compassion for others. they become suicidal. A lot of them actually do commit suicide. A lot of, the information that has been given on a lot of the videos that I'm seeing, honestly, I'll be very honest with you, a majority of the videos and the channels that a lot of the YouTube viewers are watching are actually narcissists themselves. And so, of course, they're going to make you feel like the narcissist can't be touched and that karma's not going to happen and that they're not, going to suffer. But I just wanted to bring this video to you all to give you some true insight about what they really experience. So a narcissist karma and their jealousy towards you in the relationship is that you can actually be in love and they cannot. They've done so much wickedness and they know exactly what they've done to where you'll see them running. This is what the discard is all about. The discard is about once they feel that they could feel something for you or their feelings run deeper than they thought that it was going to run, they immediately start trying to create situations in the relationship, such as manipulating actions or things that have been done and totally putting a false twist on it, like outright lying, so that they can run. Because again, like I said, they're very frightened of karma. And in a relationship that I was in with a narcissist, I remember that he would purposely set up things in the relationship or outright lie about things that happened or make up delusional things about me as a person as to why he couldn't be there. And then I remember at one point in time, he wasn't feeling well and had gotten physically ill, and he felt that I had done something to him to make him become ill, and he started, creating situations in a relationship to make it over or to make the relationship end so that he could run. He really felt like from the things that he had done that I was going to get him back, and he wanted to escape that, so he was trying to create a way of escape. So the discarding is normally a way of escape for the narcissist. These are heavily deluded people. Because if you've deluded yourself enough to know that or to believe that if I leave this relationship, then I'll escape anything bad happening to me. And this is why even when what we would call karma or what we would call, bad energy or unfortunate things or misfortunes happen to the narcissist after they have discarded, this is why they can't handle it. This is why they break down. This is why, because they have never withstood anything. They're constantly running from life. They're constantly running from what they perceive as the bad things in life. They're constantly on the run, running from something. This is why you see a lot of narcissists not really together financially, living from pillar to post, robbing Peter to pay Paul, because they're constantly running from something. They're constantly running from bad things, bad situations. If you have any bad situations that happen in your life, they immediately become wary of you, because in their minds, they feel that you have done something to make that happen to you, because that's how they view life. That's their particular perspective due to, viewing others as an extension of themselves. So basically, well, I know, in their minds, I know that I've done something wrong or I've done wrong things, and this is why bad stuff happened to me. So if bad things are happening to them, they must have done something too, and I don't want to be around that. So they're constantly running from what they view as consequences, and this is what makes the narcissist weak. Okay, So it makes them weak because they have never withstood anything. And this makes them also hypersensitive to anything that they perceive as being a misfortune or karma or anything, happening other than good things happening to them all the time. So they're completely deluded. But I just wanted to put this out here for individuals so that they're not constantly viewing the narcissist as, oh, they went on and they're happy with someone. No, they're not happy with someone else. No, they're not happy with the new supply. That's not true. That's not true. They are only there to get something from the new supply as well. And when the new supply experiences any difficulties and things like that in their lives, you will see the narcissist leave them as well. So a lot of times the Hoover that comes from a narcissist, from someone they have discarded, comes because something is going wrong with the new supply. Either they fucked it up and did something jacked up to them, or, maybe the new supply is going through something, emotional, a pet died, a parent died, job loss, anything like that. This is why the Hoover comes, because the narcissist doesn't want to deal with that. They want to run from that, and they want to run from supporting that individual as well. So the Hoover comes back to all the supplies that they had to see, okay, well, who's got the best life right now? Who has something going on in their lives that's a good thing that, I could come back and Hoover and get a part in and be around and be involved in, where there's nothing bad happening in their lives. So this is where the Hoovers come from. And this is where the narcissist harem comes in. Okay. And it is because they are constantly running. And when you're constantly on the run, you really can't build anything. There is a constant, on the lookout for the next best thing. They do not like to go through anything that is real life. So in essence, they're avoiding life. So their karma is, one, the inability, and I mean a true inability, their refusal to love. So they can never be in love because they're scared. Okay? So they envy you because you can love. They envy you because you don't have a lot of karma coming to you for things you've done wrong to people. And so you can love freely. See, they don't feel free. They feel restricted. Okay? Their second karma that they face, again, is that they're running from life. And what life tends to do for narcissists is throw up that brick wall, give them a situation or circumstance into which they cannot escape. So a lot of times when they get into misfortunate situations, things like that, things that they cannot escape and they can't get away from, this is normally when the narcissist commits suicide. If this is something that is prolonged, and it doesn't really even have a time frame on it as far as the duration of how long they need to feel trapped in order to commit suicide. But this is true. And this is something that none of the channels want to talk about because, again, sometimes YouTube does ban videos. And then also, too, like I told you guys before, a majority of these channels that are being run, these are narcissists. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Do not think that they have so much information about narcissism for no reason. And it's because this is who they are. So they know themselves pretty well. And then also the way that they will paint the picture of narcissism. Like they'll tell you, shit like, don't worry about getting revenge and don't worry about that. And this is the best revenge here. And it's because why would they give you the chinks in their armor Why would they give you information to their Achilles heel? Why would they give you that? They don't want you to know how to destroy them, which is why their channels are full of shit and bullshit, and they get the notoriety and the stardom and the attention that they want by making these channels up, and pretending that they're empathizing and sympathizing with those who have gone through narcissistic and sociopathic and psychopathic abuse. Okay? So, in essence, what I'm telling you guys is, please be careful who you're listening to. These people have a lot of rude awakenings that they will face. And as far as learning their lessons, what I've come into understanding in regards to, as far as them learning their lessons, a lot of them learn their lessons through actually going through something. They learn that, hey, I can't do this, I read an article about a narcissistic individual who used to beat his wife, and they had a dog, and he beat his wife in front of the dog, and the dog attacked him and bit him a couple of times, and he stopped beating her at that point. Later on, he tried to again attack the wife. Later on, probably, maybe some weeks down the line, a couple months down the line, he tried to attack his wife again, beat her up again. And the dog again bit his ass and let him know, hey, look, I'm not going to have it. And he stopped. Now, he didn't stop degrading her or talking shit or putting her down or giving her an emotional abuse. I'm sure he ramped up on those things because he wasn't able to hit her any longer, because he understood consequences. So that is a false thing, that narcissists don't receive karma, don't have karma in their everyday lives, and also do not understand consequences. Because when they are faced with something that they cannot stop, or that will stop them from what they do, they stop. They stop that bullshit. They stop that bullshit. Better believe they stop it. Okay, they stop it. They don't keep going because they understand that, hey, the dog bit me when I beat my wife, so, hey, I should stop, because I don't want to keep getting bit, because it was something that happened to them. And remember, I told you, they want to escape anything unpleasant. So the dog biting that particular husband that was beating his wife, that was a narcissist, was viewed as a misfortune, and he wanted to escape that, so he stopped it. So your real karma is for you guys to, your real karma in regards to, or revenge, your revenge on the narcissist is to be as creative as you can to create something that the narcissist views to be unfortunate, or karma for the things that they've done, creating something that they understand as a consequence. Okay? And this is why no contact forever is the best way of seeking revenge, if you just don't have the time, to really go after them. Because losing you forever, that's an unpleasant circumstance for them. That's something that they cannot escape. Okay? They can't escape that loss. They can't escape you totally not talking to them, totally not having anything to do with them. Okay? They cannot escape that. So that is one part of you guys coming up with creative things to do. But that is the beginning of what you should do in regards to seeking revenge. But you should definitely, if they've done some wrong stuff, they've done some wrong shit, they've been stealing, get enough proof as you can to put their asses in jail. Okay? Get enough proof as you can, take them to court and put them in jail. Because once they understand, hey, that's an unpleasant circumstance for me. I can't escape going to jail. I don't want to go to jail. See, they understand it. They understand fully well what triggers them. So they're always trying to be slick and sly and devious and getting away with things because they don't want unpleasant circumstances. Whatever really is wrong with them, they feel that they cannot handle misfortune. They cannot handle trials and tribulations. They cannot handle setbacks. They don't handle those things well like normal people. They literally seek to escape those things. So when misfortunes come to them or challenges come to them, they tend to be very eager to escape those things. And this is why, again, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this is why you see a lot of them living from pillar to post. Because when they've blown their money, when they're bad with their finances, and now the unpleasant circumstance of paying the rent is there, and they ain't paid the rent, and the landlord wants them out, they'll just leave. They'll just leave, and they'll sleep on couches of different women, of friends, and they'll keep going and keep doing that. Because again, escaping the consequence of their action is really what motivates them. Okay, that's what gives them their drive. Okay, and when they hoover a discarded lover, or relationship partner that they've had in the past, when they hoover, it's really to see if your life doesn't have the misfortunes in it that their life has. And suddenly the narcissist views your life to be, okay, it's better over there. Let me go over here because it's better than my shitty life. Let me go over there to her house because it's better than me sleeping on this hard ass couch or this hard ass floor that I'm sleeping on. So this is why these hoovers happen. They seek to escape constantly. They have no strength to stand up to anything. And this is where I'm going to end this video, but I'm going to give you guys an analogy of the three pigs. So the three pig story, as you all know, the pigs were running from the big bad wolf, and one built the house of straw, one built the house of sticks, and the other built the house from bricks, right? So the big bad wolf, all the pigs ran to the house. The big bad wolf comes and he blows the house of straw down, okay? And the pigs run into the house that has the sticks. And the big bad wolf blows that down, right? So they all run into the house of bricks, and the wolf was unable to blow those bricks down, right? So this is how the narcissist lives their life, running to relationship for safety, running to avoid karma, running to avoid misfortune, running to avoid the vengeance that a lot of people seek on them. And please do not believe that narcissists are not being murdered, because there are some people that are like, oh, you did that? You did that? Okay, you stole from me. You lied to me. You deceived me. And there are some people that are dangerous enough to exact the revenge to where the narcissist's life can end. They can be murdered. They are murdered. Normally, they either wind up in jail or are killed by someone, or get themselves killed from being absolutely reckless. So a lot of drug overdoses and things like that happen, alcohol poisoning, things like that happen to them. So the three pig analogy that I gave you is the original story, but what I'm going to give you is the three pig analogy for the narcissist. So the narcissist, again, runs from house to house, hoping that life's winds do not blow him down, so to speak. And so he runs from the first house, and the winds of life blow him down. And he runs again to escape that. He runs to another house, the second house. And the winds of life and karma blow him down, right? And he runs to the third house. And the winds of karma blow that down as well. I am 42 years old, and I've seen a lot in my life. And what I will tell you is this. Normally, what you run from, you normally wind up running right into. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys this story and this analogy because, again, I am a transformational speaker, motivational speaker, and, my speaking wouldn't be, much of anything if we didn't have a story, right? But I want to encourage you all to allow my message to transform your perspective on the narcissist and to transform your perspective on these narcissist videos that you guys are binge watching, hoping to find some relief in regards to this, or in regards to this epidemic that is happening worldwide of narcissism, because the societies are now breeding that kind of behavior, breeding the environment and breeding advertising and things like that, to where this is making people think that it's okay to be this way. Okay, so I wanted to just give you guys that quick motivational transformation story so that you guys can have some real information about what really goes on. Okay, so again, this is something about faith, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.